Hi everyone, welcome back to Order 15 development tutorials. We already discussed about how to access the default order functionality by building a module and also checked the different methods to build a module in Order 15. So today in this video, let us check about the module structure in Order 15. As you all know, structure of a module in Order 15 contains mainly two Python files. They are init file and the manifest file. A module which is declared by a manifest file. So let's check each of those files and then the components in a module. So let's open the PyCharm and then open the Order 15 project. And here is the module, that is my module that I am built. And it is belonging to the module directory custom. And in Odoo, each modules are located under its directory. Here we can see under the directory add-ons, here there will be default Odoo modules. And then here under the custom, the module that I am created, that is my module. And if we need to install or update this module in the UI, we need to put this path on the conf. So let's check how it is. In the order.conf, it is a field for add-ons path. Here we can add the path of the module that we have built. Here I added the path of my module, that is home Zybrosis Order 15 custom. And then while we opening the module, here we can see each of the components that belonging to this module and then a init and a manifest file. These are the required Python files for this module. And the init file, it is a Python file which load or import the packages or the things that needed to this module. Here it is loaded the controllers file which requests from the web browsers, and then models, they are the business objects which extend the existing functionality, or we can add more or new features. And for the systematic analysis, we can do report and we can import those reports. And then the dialog boxes in Odoo, which are wizards, they can also be imported from here. And then those packages can be imported in the init file. And then moving to the manifest file, it is the metadata of the module. When we entered the name or the details into this manifest file only, the app name is shown in the app list of UI. And then moving to this manifest file, here the first thing, that is name. It is a human readable name that we given for this module, and then summary regarding this module, and then the long description about the module purpose, and then the author of this module, and then the website URL of the author. And if it is a module is belonging to any company, that company can be written at here. And then its category, it can be used to filter the modules in the module listing of app list. And then here we can add the version. Here it is Order 15 version, so we can add the version. The version is also added based on a semantic versioning rule. And then any module necessary for this one to work correctly, that depends module can be added at here. And then the data files that belonging to this module can be loaded from here. That data files can be added at here and it will be loaded from here. And if we need any demo files which are loaded in the demonstration mode, we can be added at here. And then moving to the assets, apart from the Order 14, Order 15 update a new feature in the manifest, that is these assets. That means the static web files which include the CSS, JS or image files that we are added under the static directory can be added under the manifest like this. For example, if it is a CSS or JS file, we can add under the web assets.backend. And if it is belonging to a XML file, we can add it at the web.assets.cubeweb. This is a new feature that is opted in the Order 15. And then moving to the files, that is models. It is one of the file which contain in different files, which also a init and a Python file. And the init file which load the models.py, also we can load the next Python file that we need, that is product, that means from.import product. And then we can open the models.py Python file. Here we add one more feature to the business object. Here we can import the models, fields and API. Here underscore name, it is one of the important attribute in the models file. Here we can add the new business object for our business organization, and here we can add the custom fields including in this model. And then likewise also we can extend the default business object. I will show it in the product.py Python file. Here I will extending the default product.product model, that is using the command using the attribute underscore inherit. And then moving to the next one, that is about the views, which helps for the UI display. That UI display is built by the views.xml file. And here in the views file we can add the custom menu, or we can extend the default menu in the Odoo, and then we can add tree view, form view, or calendar view, or the likewise view that we needed it to show in our UI. And then next is static files. These are the static web files. Here we can add the CSS, JS, and the XML keywords for our module. And then the controllers, and the controllers also have a init and a Python file, and init file which load the those controllers file, and then the controllers file, here we can add the import the HTTP package, and then we can render the things that we needed to show in our web browsers. And here it depicts the default module structure in Odoo 15. I hope you got the idea about module structure in Odoo 15.